So I created the back part, and like I mentioned previously, I'm gonna cut off the very end of it because it's gonna be easier to deal with, to make it seem more integrated. For now, just gotta blend everything together, and then hopefully this fillet is gonna work throughout. Otherwise, we're gonna have to do a variable radius. So let's take a look. Seems like this is as far as it's letting us do it. Let's try the variable radius, which means we're going to introduce points where radius of the fillet is going to be different. Again, there's not much play with this, but it helps. Make it seem like it's a more, well, it's smoother, more seamless transition. And I think that's actually gonna do it for now. Seems like we will need to slice the gun in half because it's not symmetrical at the moment. But we're gonna need this part right here. Slicing is fairly easy. We're just gonna take this whole body, select the splitting tool as that, delete the other half. Gonna remove it. At this point, we might as well just keep it as a half until we're done with all kinds of edits. So first of all, using a flat face, just gonna slice off this whole edge to make it clean. There you go. So now it's more of a smooth transition. Overall, this is kind of like a shortcut. It could have been achieved by a series of lofts. So this would be a profile, this would be a profile, and then further and further and further, several cuts, several profiles, just like we could have connected this. But sometimes certain shapes they just simply don't require that. And you can get away with regular modeling. Put it together. So in the back, the profile of the gun is at least getting a little more interesting. This is kind of weird. Maybe we can just add more fillets here. To smooth it out. Whatever is not smooth from the first operation. But again, for this purpose, I think it's gonna do. So we're gonna bring back, and then the bot part we're gonna take care of later. Bring back the canvas. Make it display through, more visible because I need to see that cut. Gonna draw the cut line. This. Seems like an angle, but I'd rather do straight edge because when referencing from images, more than likely it's at a perspective. So fillet this little edge as well, just a tiny bit. And you can see we have a different part inserting here, which we can add later if we decide that the clip is inserting in the back here. For now, the cut line, split body, take this body, use this new cut line, split, turn off the canvas to see better. Oh, okay, we forgot to merge the bodies, the left and right side. Merge them, join, go back to split, split it. So now we have a completely separate body, and just for the sake of it, we can actually hollow it out. Let's see if it's gonna work. This might take some time. It's telling me that it's too complicated. Well, this is fine. We're just going to add the chamfer on the edge to imitate that this is a cut line. Or maybe it's happening because of this cut. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's not as straight as I thought it would be. Let's see. Let's see if that fixed it. No, it's still saying invalid result. Well, that's fine. Basically, this is the way that the gun would be disassembled. So we're just gonna cut in some chamfers, probably at 0.5 millimeters. Hopefully that's gonna work. Nope, it's not letting us do that. We may have to redo the cut line. And again, it's not working because something is happening here, I'm pretty sure. Something unnecessary. Let's try it now. Yeah, the fillet that we added was really unnecessary. I'm always tending to exaggerate the cut lines. I think it works better. But there's also this thing that you're only gonna chamfer it as far as it's letting you to. And then in the actual design, it looks like there's another opening here, and not too clear on what's going on there, so we'll have to analyze that. I think let's just add the part that gets the ammo clip, and we should be good for now. So turn off the well, let's sketch with the canvas on real quick. just to see the profile. It's basically something like this. Looks like it's going all the way in, and then there's this button to eject the ammo clip. I'm sure you can come up with something, like you don't have to follow exactly this design. Or you can just exaggerate, and then we'll merge it together somehow. Turn off the canvas, push-pull again, make it symmetric. As I'm starting to push-pull, I'm gonna point to the face that it needs to match, so that it matches closely. Say, oops. Let's do it one more time. Say okay. Let's see if we can actually shell it out before. Like this. And then we're gonna fillet it. Turn off the canvas. More or less. Let's see how well it blends with the body. Looks like it's fine. We just need to add the fillets here. Maybe not the most elegant, but definitely works for the concept. Let's double check what we have in the canvas. Before I merge it, let's go back to that fillet and see if we can edit the feature by adding more points to the fillet, just to see if it can be adjusted. It's going to recalculate. Well, I don't think it's giving a necessarily better result. So maybe making it a little thinner here. Get us something like I'm just looking for a better transition. Something more organic. I think this is just a little better. I think follows the form and preserves this edge rather than having a flat one. So we're just gonna leave it here. And this part is over. We're just gonna continue in the next part.